Today, we are butchering chicken.
So the first step in the process is when Mr. Tom Street, brings the chickens to the back of the chicken butchering house.
The helper gets a chicken and gives it to Mr. Tom. He puts it in the cone, and then he slits their throat.
And then, after that, the chickens are taken inside and they're put into the scalder,
which spins them around 8 times, 7 or 8 times, which 8 is usually the best. Then we put them in the plucker, which obviously takes all the feathers off. Mr. Steve and I check the chickens for just any little feathers and also if the skin is still on their feet.
And then after that, they get put through a small window into the next room,
where I cut the heads and feet off.
And the heads and feet go in a separate bin.
And then she passes it to several of us that are lower down on the table, and we gut them and make sure they are ready to be packaged.
My job is to separate the guts from each other. And then the gizzards and heart, that goes in another bin, and the liver goes in a separate bin. And then all the other stuff goes down the drain into a bucket where they throw that out.
We also rinse them. Mrs. Street usually does that part. She rinses them.
And then Mrs. Street puts them into a tub to soak in water.
After all the chickens are finished being processed, then we clean the heads and feet. Also, the hearts and the livers, which we save, are also packaged.
We start vacuum packing.
We package whole chickens and we cut up too.
Tierre Street does that. She cuts up the birds and we package each part separately. The legs, the thighs, the breasts, backs and necks, and the wings. So those get packaged separately.
And we package them through a vacuum packer, and then they are labeled.
And then they get weighed, and somebody writes the weight number on it, and then they get put in the freezer.
And after that, we clean up.
Wash all the sinks, wash all our tools, and in the meantime, all the chicken packages go into the walk-in freezer.
And we put all the chicken parts away.
And that's done.
And that's basically it.
And that's pretty much the whole process.
And all the chickens are dead. Butchering happens and chickens are bad.
What?
Wait, first I have to think. Wait, let me see something. Wait, I have to think. Wait, I have to think. Wait, I have to think, okay?
I don't know.
Okay, wait.